Alrighty boys, so Big Bertha fit on the frame machine. I can't believe it.
What is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna continue working on our 2019 Ford F-450 Platinum. And what we wanna do is get this thing 100% ready for the frame machine. And one of the first things that we wanna do is actually trim out some of these body panels, starting with this hood. We're gonna paint the entire bottom of the hood and also all the edges of the fenders. That way once the framework is complete and we got all the body gaps 100% perfect, we don't ever have to remove the body panels ever again. And we're just gonna pretty much paint them while they're still on the truck, right?
Yeah, that's right. So it'll be a lot easier. We're gonna have to waste time realigning everything and all that good stuff.
Exactly.
But anyways, what do you got on your
What I got on here
man?
is the brand new Goon Squad toboggan we just dropped. These are our very first toboggans that we've ever made. I know it's getting cold up north and it's even cold down south, so if you want to help support your boys, be sure to visit goonzquad.com and cop you one. So with that being said, let's go ahead and grab our tools and start removing these body panels. All right, so we got the truck out, we got the parts on the stand, so we're gonna go ahead and start prepping these things for the paint, which we're gonna just use a scuff pad and go over all the edges. Well, the hood, we're just gonna do the bottom of it and probably just go a little bit on the edge so the paint can just lap over. As for these fenders, we're just gonna go ahead and scuff we're actually gonna scuff the whole fender, because if you don't, whenever you're spraying, the overspray that gets on this body panel that's not sanded is actually gonna be a lot harder to get off later on whenever you're trying to repaint this thing. So let's go ahead and actually shut this garage door down, sand all these body panels, and then once that's done, we're probably gonna go ahead and remove both of the Ferraris, right?
Yeah, I definitely want them out of here. I wouldn't want any overspray on them, but yeah, this should be really easy to just scuff. This should go pretty quick, but.
So let's go ahead and just get started. So everything is sanded, the cars are out of here. We also wax and grease removed everything. The last step is gonna be the tack cloth. That's gonna be right before we mix up our paint. So let's go ahead and actually mix up our paint and then we're gonna start spraying.
So we got our paint here. This is actually nascent and it's called Agate Black or something like that. So let's go ahead and actually crack this sucker open, see what it looks like, and hopefully it matches up pretty good. I don't know if we'll use nascent on the outside. We'll probably use something a little bit better.
Chromax matches up really well. There's a lot of metallics in this, so we got to be careful. But we're gonna do a couple test panels, I guess.
Yeah, it should be really close though. It is underneath the car anyway, so underneath the hood.
And this is black paint. Black paint is usually pretty easy to match up, but
yeah,
it does have
simple
metallics, and it looks like blue metallics. Look at that.
Yeah, it definitely has green, blue.
Green, dude.
Let me look at this. Very hard to tell. Definitely has some kind of green in it, because actually you can tell where they were mixing it. But dude, it looks good. So let's go ahead and actually mix up a cup and then start spraying.
All right, so one base coat down, and it looks like we're gonna have to start us a little bonfire over here. A little campfire, indoor campfire, because it is super cold.
And it got cold on us, and we can't really fire up that kerosene heater because that thing will put little bubble or fish eyes all over the thing,
It's gonna look like a starry night or something crazy.
Man, it'll look like the ocean with the tornado going on top of it or something like that.
Something crazy. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw a bunch of these sticks in there and fire it up, get it nice and toasty in here. And we're probably just gonna do 2 coats of base?
Yeah, 2 coats of base and probably 1 coat of clear because we're not really blending anything, so it don't really matter, but it's gonna look good. So let's go ahead and actually get this sucker warm in here, and then we're gonna throw a second coat.
Everything is finally painted, but it is super late on us, so we're actually gonna have to check those parts out tomorrow in the morning. All right, so it is the next day here, and these parts are finally drying. They look absolutely amazing, but we're gonna go ahead and leave these alone because we're gonna start heading to the frame machine because V-Tune just gave us a call and said he is ready for us. But right now we actually gotta pick up our heavy duty trailer because that's the only thing we got that can haul that F-450 over there. And we're also gonna pick up our old F-250 because we are missing some parts that we need to do framework for our F-450. So we're gonna actually use it as reference, and we may actually even pull a couple parts off of it, which is crazy. I thought we'd never do something like this, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. So let's go ahead and actually head that way and pick these things up.
Dang, son, picking that thing up.
That's right, getting a little bit of exercise in, but look at that. We got our Viper here stored.
Ooh,
and we're actually
shining.
Yeah, she's shining, looking good. I love to see it in this environment right here, climate controlled, but we're actually about to trade our Hellcat for the F-250, and we got the trailer right there we're about to pick up. So let's go ahead and hook everything up and start loading up our F-450. So while we wait, we're actually gonna walk through one of our old job sites. Well, this is not our old job site, but we used to do construction, so we're so used to seeing this all the time.
We worked around this area though.
Oh yeah, we worked in this subdivision, and I remember walking up these chicken steps right here. That's what I call them.
All the time.
Dang, this is what we used to do right here. It's hardwood floors. We used to sand them. We started with installing, right?
Yeah, we started with installing, then we moved on to sanding and finishing, but this is, what size is this for?
This is 3 1/4 hardwood floor. It looks like number 2 common. Number 2 common is short pieces, as you can tell. Number 1.
Cheaper hardwood.
Or cheaper hardwood. And the number 1 common, I think, is longer pieces.
Yeah, longer. Well, the cheaper
Something like
hardwood is actually short pieces.
Yeah.
Some people prefer that actually because they like the
Looks
look of it.
Looks good, dude.
But I personally like the longer pieces, but
Yeah.
it looks really good. House looks nice.
Look at that. They got their own little tennis court entry right there. I think that's the community little clubhouse right there.
That's legit, man.
Ooh, she is looking good. Dang, this thing turned into a construction beast, didn't it?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Still a really good truck, man.
You know what I love about the Ford is how easy it is to use the reverse cam, dude.
Yeah, this reverse cam, even though it's a small screen, you can just zoom out and zoom in, and
like
it's perfect.
I didn't even have to line you up. You did it all yourself.
Oh yeah, it's easy because look at the line in the middle of the screen. This black dotted line actually moves and it lines you up perfectly, dude, with the hole.
Awesome, dude. But yeah, let's go ahead, keep on moving along here, and let's go head home right now.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. It feels good to be back in a Ford.
Oh man, it's nice, man. It drives so much different. Maybe because it's just not lifted as high and it's on smaller wheels, but dude, it drives pretty dang good.
It's just like an easy driving truck. Like, although it is, yeah, like you said, it's lifted. It's so easy to just drive.
Yeah,
so
that's why we're like thinking about not lifting the F-450 at all. If we do anything, probably like a leveling kit, if so, you know. But the wheels and tires and the whole setup is perfect on that truck for hauling. So I think we're just gonna leave it like it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me, man. Because we're gonna be doing some long distance trips. So let's go ahead and head back and try to get that F-450 right. All right, so we are finally back home, and before we load this truck up on that trailer there, we're actually gonna sort out this bed, get rid of all the stuff that we're not gonna use, and load it up with the parts that we are gonna use, like our fenders, hood, and also front bumper, and a couple tools as well. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll load this sucker right up on that trailer.
All right, guys, check out what we rigged up to get this truck to V-Tune shop. We just went ahead and strapped everything, even went ahead, loaded all the parts as much as we could. We couldn't even fit everything. We're probably gonna have to make a second trip, but look what we did with the ramps. We just went ahead and just strapped them suckers up because there's just nowhere we can put these things if we do take them off.
Yeah, that's true, and plus it's gonna save us a lot of time once we get to V-Tune shop. You just pretty much unstrap it here and drop the truck and just pretty much drive it straight off here.
Yeah, we are really low to the ground with these ramps, so we're gonna have to take it easy, just limp all the way there and hopefully make it there safely. So let's go ahead, actually jump in the truck and head that way.
Alrighty guys, so we made it here safe and sound. Everything is still on the truck, and look who we run into. What?
Boy, it's all electric
Dude,
now.
Autopilot.
He went all electric, but let's go ahead and unload this sucker, and
Do it.
you're gonna do some magic, ain't you?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty guys, so Big Bertha actually fit on the frame machine, man. What are we gonna do, strap this thing
Yeah,
up?
the first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is grab some wooden blocks, throw them under there, and strap it all down, because that's the most important part when you're doing framework on a car. You don't want the car moving or budging because it's gonna throw off all your measurements.
Yeah, and we're taking off the front wheels, right?
Yeah.
Leaving the back ones on because we're gonna be doing all the work up front. So let's go ahead, grab the wooden blocks and strap this sucker up.
Dang.
Put that wheel on there backwards next
Dude,
time.
this thing has got beef. Yeah, we might have to.
You see, the inside is not polished. You see that?
Dang, that sucks. So I guess we'll just have to polish our little damaged wheel
Yeah,
here.
we'll just fix it up. Not a big deal.
Dude, these suckers are beefy right here, but we got it strapped up. Got how many chains so far? 6 chains, three posts here, 3 beam areas. So I think are we gonna do more
Yeah, we're gonna put 2 more chains right here.
in the front here? Because we are pulling this way pretty much, so the whole entire rear end is gonna go in that way. So this is the first one we started with, really nice and tight, and you wanna see the rear end here, check it out. Got it stacked up like that. I think this will be nice and sturdy. So let's keep on moving here and take off the front wheels, and we'll go from there. All right, so I know we got a little sidetracked here with the GTR. Has this been seen yet, or am I giving them a little inside scoop?
Just waiting on a headlight, but it finally came in. Now we can get this thing painted.
This thing is sick, dude. You're gonna love it, man. We absolutely love our GTR. I know we said we were gonna sell it, but you know what? After driving it, you're just like, dang, I gotta keep this thing. But dang, this is like the Rally edition?
Black edition.
Black edition. Thing is sick, dude. Look at this, got a quick entry for race mode.
Got bucket seats.
Got the red steering wheel with the
Yeah, I like that a lot. That red. Really
with a little bit of burnt finish on it. Something like that, but yeah, I like this. I like this little GTR here. It's gonna be fast. May spit flames.
Oh yeah, gonna tune it.
Tune it, may spit flames, and we'll do some ricing. We'll do some ricing. No, this is definitely a race car right here. But yeah, let's go ahead, get back on that F-450 here.
So this truck ain't going nowhere. We got all the straps on there. It's nice and secure. Now we're gonna start removing all these components like the AC compressor so we don't damage any of it when we start pulling it, because we probably will use a little bit of heat on here just to help the frame rail come right out. So let's go ahead and get all this off.
All right, so we finally got everything cleaned up from around this frame rail over here. We had to remove the AC compressor just so we could apply some heat here. Added the welding blanket, all that good stuff. Added a couple more chains, right?
Yeah, we added another chain in the back so the truck doesn't move forward when we're pulling it, because we are gonna be pulling this frame rail kind of forward and to the side so we can get that nice pull. Let's go ahead and get this entire area cleaned up right here. We'll move the boom over here and fire up the torch and get this thing straightened out.
Alrighty boys, check out this frame rail, man. It is straight as an arrow, looks absolutely amazing. It is still under tension, so kind of dangerous, but it is nice and hot right now, so we're gonna let it cool off. I mean, that sucker's looking good, right?
Oh yeah, dude, it actually came out pretty dang good, man. V2 Note there did his magic.
Dude, he's a magician over here, but we're gonna probably move on to that other frame rail next here, and it's not as bad as this one, but it's still kind of over the same amount, right?
Yeah, it's pushed over and it kind of went down a little bit. So just...
Is there anything we need to take apart here?
Yeah, we probably need to go ahead and get this apron off.
And that fender, and then we're gonna apply a little bit of heat as well here, and we're gonna go ahead and chain it up and give it a good old pull, man. Alrighty guys, so after hours of pulling, we finally got these frame rails straight. There will be a little bit more adjusting here in a little bit, probably tomorrow, right?
Yeah, probably tomorrow, but this looks absolutely amazing. They're finally pointing that way, not that way over there.
They're not dabbing no more, are they?
They're not dabbing no more, but man.
What do you think of this frame? How tough is it?
It's a lot easier to pull than the GMC was.
Dude, that's what I was just about to say, because I remember when we were doing the GMC,
Yeah,
it took
a lot
longer.
longer. It took way more hours, and it wasn't even bent that bad. This Ford was way worse, and we pulled it out way faster than that.
Dude,
but
that's true. Built Ford tough? I don't know, like this.
probably not the frame rail, but it is super late on us, so we're gonna have to catch you guys in the morning.
All right, so it is the next day here and we are back at the house, and this is pretty much gonna be a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one where we pretty much tear this thing apart to repair our F-450 at the shop. Huge shout out to V-Tune. Definitely give him a follow on his YouTube channel and his Instagram. I'm gonna leave those links down below. And if you haven't, follow us on Instagram as well to get an inside scoop there before YouTube. And if you wanna help support your boys, be sure to visit goonzquad.com and copy one of them new boggins. So with that being said, thank you guys for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.